Now, cell phones and other mobile devices and computers are generally understood to be problematic sources of electromagnetic pollution. There's a lot of research published on this. There are a lot of books written by doctors and other experts in this field pointing out these harmful effects. What is still completely underestimated is the car as a source of immense electromagnetic pollution. And the reason for the high intensity of electromagnetic fields in a car is twofold. One, you have a quasi-Faraday cage. A Faraday cage is any environment that has boundaries that reflect electromagnetic frequencies, energies. And there's a partial effect in a car of a Faraday cage. So that means that all of the little gizmos in your car, all of the electricity that is now standard in every car, it's not just creating an electromagnetic field of a particular intensity. That field is reflected by your car and therefore increased in potency, and the potency that reaches and affects your body. This is true for cars in general. And then also with GPS, you have signals that, of course, target your car all the time. And the faster you drive, the stronger the signal has to be to still find the car. The same is true for any electrical device you take on board of your car. So any computer that travels with you, any cell phone, will emit stronger radiation as you go faster. In addition to that, hybrids or electrical cars are very, very intense sources of electromagnetic pollution. And we were actually surprised when a research institute tested the Beyond Matter products on electrical cars to learn that in the upper frequency range, the electromagnetic pollution in an electrical car is of such intensity that one basically shouldn't be in such an environment. If this was, let's say, a room where people would spend time to, well, it was a living space for anyone, a room where people live and sleep, and you would measure this intensity, this density of electromagnetic fields, anyone knowing anything about the subject would say, get out, don't stay there, do not be there for more than maybe a few minutes, do not let children be there. But in a car, this is just somehow under the radar being accepted. And so what we found through this research institute, which researchers stress sources of stress and possibilities to reduce or eliminate stress, is that as a passenger in an electrical car, just 30 minutes will increase the stress response in the body like very, very few factors ever can. The increase in cortisol, saliva cortisol, is so immense that it was really surprising. It was surprising to the chief scientist who supervised the study. So cars should be taken care of. Electrical cars in particular, but every car is an environment where, due to the Faraday cage effect, electromagnetic field pollution is just really strong. And also consider duration of exposure. A lot of people spend a lot of time in their cars. And not only is duration of exposure important, it's also important to take note that in a car, we have to be particularly alert if we are in the driver's seat, of course. How many accidents are being caused by lack of alertness, by sleepiness, by fatigue, by inattention? All of this is immensely enhanced by unchecked electromagnetic pollution. So therefore, we recommend to use the Beyond Matter products that are specifically designed to be placed inside the doors of the car. If you drive a car, mostly by yourself, or usually you just have one passenger in the front passenger seat, 2 of these plates placed on the 2 front doors will be sufficient. Now, if your kids are in the back seat, if you have passengers more frequently that occupy the back seat, it is highly recommended use 4 of these plates on all 4 doors. And again, the studies that have been conducted have shown that not only do these plates apply to the doors on the inside of the car neutralize EMFs. Now, when your car is equipped with these plates, the stress parameters that skyrocket in a car, particularly in an electrical car, from just being a passenger for 30 minutes, are now actually improving. So driving your car can become an experience that actually balances your nervous system. And you drive your car for however long you need to, you get out of your car and your nervous system is actually in a better state than before you started to drive. This is good news. And this is something that is really important for health, for well-being, and also for driver safety.